welcome, it's Alex here, and today we're going to be looking at PlayArt Sky Final Fantasy VII Remake Sephiroth. Let's check out the box first. Here's a look at the top of the box, and here's a look at the bottom. We have the main man himself here at the front, menacingly grinning at you. Here's a look at the inside, however I already took Sephiroth out. And a little something about Sephiroth right here, just pause it if you want to read it. Then both sides are the same, it says Final Fantasy VII Remake PlayArt Sky Sephiroth. And at the back, full product shot of Sephiroth and some action poses. But first, let's go ahead and check out Sephiroth's accessories. So here we have 3 pairs of alternate hands, which I already took one out. An alternate faceplate with his eyes closed, similar to Aerith's. And of course, the highlight among his accessories, his Masamune. And in order for you to have him grip his Masamune, first you have to remove the end of this hilt. Then slide the grip in his hands and just port the hilt pot back. And then for the main man himself, here we have Sephiroth. And upon taking him out of the box, he's got some weight to him, so you'll know that it's been built premiumly. So for the main head, we have his beautiful long silver locks, which are molded in translucent gray plastic with some glittery brushing. And upon closer inspection on his default faceplate, he's got some glitters on him as well, like what the heck's going on. I'm not really sure if you can see that on screen. And then for the shoulder pads, compared to his Advent Children PlayArt Sky counterpart, his shoulder pads here are much more cleaner in white plastic compared to the more ruggedly withered gray looking shoulder pads in his Advent Children figure. And for his overall outfit, it's not just pure black but with some added brown brushes, emulating a more realistic leathery look to it. This time around for his cloak or coat, Square Enix updated it with some line work so it wouldn't just look like a plain bland boring looking black coat, making his look more dynamic. Square Enix also added something new that was never in any of Sephiroth's design before, which is the belt. That's, by the way, a floating movable piece where I guess a lot of people are divided whether they liked it or hated it. I remembered reading a comment before and someone said that he looked like he's wearing a wrestling championship belt, but for me, I'm indifferent. I'm okay with it being there and otherwise, but I do like how this belt looks. The tiny details are well made, I'm impressed. Some texturing were also added here in the forearm area as well as his gloves. Some more line works here at the back. And then his pants are just plain, no additional textures. Then the baggy pants just stop right above his knees, met with his knee-high boots. And then he's got additional bangles just below his knees with some impressive tiny details as well. Here's a look at his boots. Then at the bottom of the feet, there are no added dread sculpting. Replacing Sephiroth's head is just as easy as pulling the frontal part of his hair first. Then next, just pull the faceplate and voila, we can go ahead and port the alternate faceplate in as well as his hair. There you have it. And then his hair at the back has some added articulation which can swivel and hinge depending on which direction you'd want for some dynamic poses. And then here on the neck, his head is sitting on a dumbbell joint which is also seated in a softer plastic neck for some more added range of movements. But we all know that because of the hair, his head really won't be able to look up too much. But it can very much look down, side to side. Surely can tilt and spin on the ball peg. The shoulder pads right here are connected to the main torso on a pliable material. However, given the size of these pads, it may still hinder some movements for the arms. His arms are very much able to rotate but can only move forward and back because of these shoulder pads. Similar to other remake guys, Sephiroth has a drop down for his arms. Then you can raise his arms this high. Of course, he's got bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then an import joint for the wrist which allows for hinging and rotation movements. For the main torso, we do have a diaphragm cut, but this is hindered by the overlay coat. But we do have waist articulation that is well hidden by the belt, which can lean forward, side to side, lean back, and can do a circular motion. And then similar to other Kaizen legends, his legs should be able to kick back and forward as well as split and has an upper thigh cut that can swivel. He's also got double jointed knees. His foot can hinge forward and back. This should also be able to turn side to side, has ankle rockers, and lastly has a toe hinge. Alright, for the height and size comparison, Sephiroth stands at 11 inches. Here's Sephiroth with his Masamune, which is about 13 and a half or 13 and a quarter inches in length. And then here's how tall Sephiroth is alongside the other 7 remake Kais that I have, which is Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, and then a character from another game or franchise, which is Harley Quinn from Batman Arkham Knight. And for comparison, here's Sephiroth alongside action figures from another line that I mainly collect, which is Marvel Legends. And here we have Paladin, which was gifted to me by my partner as a birthday present. Thank you very much again for this. We have the astonishing Cyclops, Kraven the Hunter, and Iron Man Mark 46 from Civil War. And there's my review for Sephiroth, and overall I am not disappointed with this figure. I very much like it. Some people like me may like it and some may not because they are already content with their Advent Children's Sephiroth, which part of the reason as well is that this doesn't have the wings or a wing. I already missed a lot of chances because of passing up a lot on that figure. But now that I got this, I am more than happy with the one that I got, as I'm not really against the updated look. Even though I totally agree that the blank facial expression of the Advent Children version is more menacing, the remake version isn't short of menacing as well. Looking from afar, you already know that Sephiroth isn't something that you wanna mess with. And then something negative about this figure, just a nitpick, not really about the figure but about the price. PAKs are so expensive now, like damn. But overall, still a very recommended purchase if this is the line that you are collecting and your budget allows. Which is why I mostly only collect FF7 remakes from the PlayArts line. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like watching some PlayArts Sky action figure reviews and other stuff, please do like and sub. And as always, I'll see you on the next video.